Hi, welcome to Gabbing with Girlfriends, and you're never going to believe who I'm gabbing with today. Yep, Gabi again. That should be your name. Gabi again Hughes. Yay!
Yeah,
Hi,
again and
Gabi.
again and again, whether you want me or not, I keep showing up.
And you're here, but how come you mustn't have gotten my memo that says don't do your hair, don't do makeup, because I am too tired to do anything. And
I
you
haven't
look,
done my hair in probably 10 days. And
you
I
haven't
did,
washed it in 10 days?
no.
Oh, gosh.
And I'm always sad when I have to wash my hair because it always looks bad after I do it. And I did put makeup on because I just can't be on here and look like myself.
When you get to be my age, you won't care. But Gabby just got back from England yesterday, so I'm just happy that you're awake and here.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Did you have the best time?
I had an okay time. It was very mellow. I mean, it was beautiful when I was there, but I didn't do much. Glenn had a show on Wednesday, which was great. So obviously, I was there all day, most of the day. And then Thursday is like his recovery day. So we went to a pub and got lunch. That was about it. And we went to Liberty. You know, all the pubs now have like vegan options, which I really like. So we
I
had a
know, isn't
good,
it cool?
yeah, we had like a lentil and pea pie that was so good. Cottage pie, you know, with mashed potatoes on the top. And that was really it. I didn't go to any museums or anything like that. It was mostly like just walk around. We went to a play, and that was that was good.
What'd you see?
We saw Private Lives with Nigel Havers, who we love, and Patricia Hodge, both
Nice.
amazing actors. It was really funny. It was a Noel Coward play, so
Oh,
it was
so
funny.
cool.
We had a few laughs.
Was it raining or not raining?
Not raining. I mean, it rained at night, but it wasn't raining during the day.
So when you went to a pub or even past a pub, did you notice half the attendees are standing outside? Or was the weather not good enough?
Well, some were outside smoking,
But
you
that's the
know.
way that's what happened when you had to quit smoking inside.
Yeah,
Everybody goes outside to smoke. But
yeah.
during the summer, I swear there are more people standing outside as there were inside. And the thing is, I get it when there's outside seating. They don't care. They just stand. The overflow goes into the street, and that's just the way people have their pints these days.
Yeah, there was a few that we walked by on Friday night early, maybe 5 or 6, like just when people are getting off work. They were so crowded inside and out. I mean, you know, the overflow into the street, but they were also jam packed inside, like jam packed. I
Isn't
couldn't
that
believe
funny?
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they're busier than they ever were before.
We went in one to get lunch, and it was so crowded and so noisy. I just said to Lynn, I got to get out of here. Like, we're never, I can't do it. Like, but it was jam packed with people.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm
That's
glad.
fun.
I'm glad. Yeah.
And what else did you do? How long were you gone?
About 5 days, I guess.
It's a quick one. That's a
Yeah,
quick one.
really quick.
And you didn't go outside of London at all?
No, not enough time, and I'm too lazy.
I get it. But you know, when I asked you today if you were tired, you said you're always tired. Me too. I don't know what is up. I don't know if it's the season or I
It's
don't know what
life.
it is, but I have been, the past 2 days, it's been a struggle. I've been like just wiped
Tired.
out. I'm having sympathy jet lag with you.
Look at when I was there, I was tired. Okay? And now I'm home and I'm tired. But I was tired before I left, so I don't know what the difference is. It's like I always have jet lag, even when I'm at home. I don't know what it is. I think I don't sleep that well, or I wake up in the night. And I mean, I know everybody does wake up in the night. There's no formula for sleep, right? There's no law that says you shall lay down every time at night at the same time and get 8 solid hours. Like that just doesn't happen.
I wish.
And it probably hasn't happened through time, right? People just
Mm.
don't sleep through the night. But I feel like as I've gotten older, or maybe it's just this year, I feel like I'm tired more. I
Yeah.
remember getting up and I'm going to walk that dog. I'm going to get that going. I'm going to come home and get my coffee. Now, I get my coffee and then I sit for like 2.5 hours and try to get the energy to do a load of laundry. That's where I am.
But it's not just you, and it's not just me, because like I was speaking to a neighbor today, and she was complaining that she just can't, has no energy, that she just feels zapped all the time. And I think I'm hearing a lot more of that these days. So I don't know if it's just the state of the world and we're all just trying to hide from it. Or
probably the state of the world keeps me up at night. The state of my life keeps me up at night. I know I eat a good diet, so I know it's not my diet that's keeping me up at night. It's just too much brain anxiety.
Yeah, I think life is just tougher than it ever has been before, and it affects us all differently. But the one way I do think we're all feeling it is that we're tired. Even if we get a lot of sleep, we're just mentally exhausted.
I agree with you 100%.
So
100%.
That's my words of wisdom for today.
And I'm taking
just tired.
Yeah.
So
I'm so tired that I have this shirt on over my pajamas because I'm too tired to put an outfit on for you.
But nobody would have known you had pajamas on because you can only see you really from the neck up.
I know, but I'm just saying I can't even be bothered to take the pajamas off. I'm just going to put a shirt over it.
I get it. I totally get it. We went out Friday night. We actually went to Crossroads here, which is so good. And we got home at like 9 o'clock. And I'm like, oh gosh, we're out so late. I'm like, this is going to mess me up for the next 2 days. And it did. It did.
My cutoff is 10 during the week. Like if I'm not after 10, I'm hosed, right? I got to be in bed by 10. And if I know I have to be up later, like I have to plan for it.
Oh yeah, well you can nap. You're a party napper.
Yeah, I do get a party nap in. Otherwise, I won't make it. Just won't make it.
I get it. So Glenn's away still?
He's gone until November 19th.
And then back for the rest of the year?
No, then he has one gig to do the first weekend in December, and then he's home. So basically, yeah, he's home.
And where's the December gig?
In Wales.
Oh, he's coming home and going all the way back for one show in Wales. Just down the road. Just
down the road a piece.
He can go to Wrexham. Do you know I haven't even started watching the second season?
Oh my God. So I haven't watched because I'm waiting for him to come back. I've only watched the first 2 episodes or 4 episodes. I can't remember, but I've got them all lined up. You know, I just love that show. I want to go to Wrexham. I want to go to a game. I don't even care if the game is in Wales. Like I'm happy to go if they play somewhere in London and I'm in the, away group sitting with the Wrexham fans. I would just love it. I would love to see Wrexham. I want a scarf. I want the whole bit. I want my Wrexham swag.
Yesterday when Terry was listening to a game and they were going through all the scores and so whatever division they're in, and it was Wrexham 1, so-and-so 0. And I'm like, yay, I get excited.
Me too.
I support
or
the
then
team.
Glenn tells me, Wrexham's doing. I'm like, don't tell me what they're doing right now. I've become like him. Don't tell me the score. You're going to ruin the show for me.
That's so funny. That's funny. So what else is new? Halloween. Do you get kids where you are?
No, thank God. I love Halloween, but I'm Halloween Scrooge now. I'm tired. I can't open the door for you. I'm done. It's over.
Do you at least get the candy for you?
No, I'm not a candy person. I'd rather have, I don't know, some pasta and a glass of wine than have candy.
Were you always like that?
Yes.
Were you like that when you were 5?
Yeah, because my sister and I would get Halloween candy. My mom would ration it. We weren't just allowed to, And then mostly my sister loved the candy, but mostly we played games with it, like lining it up, trading for what we liked best. You know what I mean? Planning.
And then you opted for the pasta and wine?
Right, I did. I said, Mom, I need a glass of wine and some spaghetti.
I'll trade you.
Second grade,
my peanut butter cups and my Skittles for
a glass of wine. Because second grade is kicking my ass. So, yeah. So we traded candy like it was a game and, planned which one we were going to eat that day, stuff like that. But I was never really, look, every year when Halloween came around again, my mother had to dump my pumpkin out of all the year-old candy that I never ate.
Oh my gosh, I would finish mine before I even made it home. Like, it was disgusting. Yeah, no discipline there whatsoever, which is probably why I still have the most hideous sweet tooth.
Yeah, I don't have a sweet tooth. I've got a salt tooth.
I wish I did. I probably have a little bit of a salt tooth, but I have a mouth full of sweet teeth. And then what are you guys going to do for the holidays?
For Thanksgiving, we're going to see my dad.
Oh, good.
And Christmas will probably be here. We kind of haven't. I want to go back and see my dad again, but I don't know. It depends on if we get a dog sitter. So that's up in the air.
Is your dad doing okay?
Well, he's hanging in. He's hanging on. He doesn't say much. I can tell, he's kind of down since we lost my mom. And so that's why I worry about him. And I want to go see him every month. And that's why we're going for Thanksgiving, to have a little fun.
Nice. So the poor man gets to eat tofurkey, or will you make him a turkey?
No, my sister's going to make him turkey. My sister likes to do Thanksgiving. I mean, I like to do it too, but it's kind of her thing. So she definitely will be making turkey for him. She doesn't eat meat either. So it'll be like,
she doesn't?
No, she doesn't. So she'll make the turkey for him and maybe my nephew, but we won't eat any of it.
I'll actually be in England this year.
Oh, nice.
Where I used to make Thanksgiving dinner for the kids, even though nobody knew what Thanksgiving was there. But yeah, so I don't know what we'll do this year, but not Thanksgiving. So we have more questions, and I had so much fun answering them with you last time.
I love answering questions.
Me too.
It's like a test that I can't fail.
I know. It is. I love it. Okay, you ready? Should we do some?
Ready.
Some
Just
of these?
hit me. Just hit me.
Okay. Hilo the Julie. I know I'm not saying that right. Oh, Hi Love Julie. That's much better. Hi Love Julie asks, would love to hear about the craziest trip you've ever been on. And I'm assuming that's a travel trip and not a hallucinogenic trip.
Yeah, I've never done acid, but I did have a crazy trip in 2012 when Glenn went on this South American run with, I can't remember what it was, Gene Simmons and Matt Sorum from Guns N' Roses and Gilby Clark, a bunch of people, Duff McKagan, a bunch of people. I don't know if Duff was there, but regardless, doesn't matter. Sebastian Bach, a bunch of people. And
well,
they
that
were
right there's already made it crazy.
They already made it crazy, right?
There.
Right.
Lunatic.
And so they were doing a bunch of countries in South America, and before they left, I only went to a show in Lima and Argentina. So before they leave, the guy who's promoting the show says, we're canceling the shows in like Venezuela or Colombia or someplace, both these, because there's no ticket sales. And Glenn says to me, well, that's very strange. This is in 2012. He says, usually when I do South America, the ticket sales are right before the show. People don't have a lot of money. They don't buy tickets way in advance. They don't even know if the show might get canceled, so they just wait. He said, that's very strange to me, but whatever. So bottom line, short version is, I get to Argentina, which was an experience in and of itself, because after 4 hours of flying out of Atlanta, we have to turn around because something's wrong with the plane and they don't think the plane's going to make it there. So I flew from LA to Atlanta, then flew 4 hours, had to fly back another 4 hours and wait till they could get us another plane. So it took me forever to get there. Okay, I'm there. It's fine. It's all cool. So they do the show in Argentina. Everything's fine. Then we go to Peru, and we're in Lima, and this at the Westin, which is a really nice hotel. You know, you got to have, as you know, a ton of security in South America because they just go crazy for you. Like, we're up on the roof of the hotel, all of us, and there's people down below. It was like the Michael Jackson thing where you lean out the balcony and whoa, I thought I should maybe
hold your baby over.
I'm going to dangle a baby doll out of there and just see what happens. Like, it's insanity. I couldn't even go buy a postcard in the gift shop in the lobby without 2 security guards, right? Like, it's insane. You get mobbed.
And your postcards.
Yeah, I love my postcards. Yeah. So the head of security at the hotel used to be the head of security at the Lima airport. They've got extra security guards in the hotel. Plus, we have a separate set of ex-Navy SEALs guarding us. So one day, Glenn's down at breakfast, and these guys come up to him, and they said, have you seen, the guy's name is Gabe Reed. He was a promoter. And he's like, no. And then he's like, these are like some crazy looking, like serious guys, serious. Then the Navy SEALs come over and go, look, here's the problem. The promoter, Gabe, has taken the money and he's canceled the shows, but he hasn't given the money back. So they're looking for him, and you need to make sure you don't go anywhere near this Gabe guy, because these are hitmen and something's going to go down. And if you're near them, we may not be able to protect you. And we're so busy trying to protect this Gabe guy, we got to figure something out. So whatever you do, don't go anywhere near him. We're like, okay. So here's what happened at the end. Apparently, he owed money also to some people on the tour, not Glenn, but like maybe the tour manager or other people. So at the end of the day, what they did was they went to the airport and said, put a no-fly on this guy. They went to his room and said, you have a choice. 1, you get on your computer right now, you do wire transfers to the people in this show that you owe money, and we get you to the airport, we take you off the no-fly zone, and we get you back to America. 2, we beat the shit out of you until you pay everyone, and then we take you to the airport. 3, we do nothing, we walk away, you're on your own, you can't fly out of here, we're not taking the no-fly off. He paid who he needed to pay. They put him in a car at like 4 a.m, took him to the airport, he left. So we were done of him, so we were safe, but we were in this private plane that they had, and then Shannon Tweed had found like all the booze he left behind and was like, look, let's drink his wine, the asshole, And we had to sit on the tarmac for like 4 hours because of some other crazy stuff, which was actually kind of fun. We just kind of had a good time in the plane for 4 hours. And then some people were fighting. I mean, it was the most insane thing. End of story. The Department of Justice got involved because this guy had swindled so many people by taking money and saying that he was going to do these shows or whatever that never happened.
And he was actually American?
Yeah, and he was from Dallas. Anyway, he got sent to prison for it.
Wow.
Wire fraud and all
story.
Of this stuff. Yeah, it was absolute insanity though. Like, it was crazy. Just wild, crazy.
Well, I must have led a pretty sheltered life because I never had any crazy trips. But when you started talking about flying, this is kind of crazy. We were in New York. I was with Biff, and we were flying back to England, which is where we lived at the time. And it was one of the first flights out after 9/11. And actually, Biff lived in New York, but I was there for meetings. We were both flying back to England, got on the plane, and met this woman who was from South America. She was from Brazil, and she was like a FedEx executive. There were these 2 guys that I forgot who they were with, but we were all having such a great chat. It's just a fun journey, and kind of 4 hours I just made up 4 hours because you just said 4 hours, but a couple hours over the water, there was a noise, and it was one of the first flights. So we had to turn around because they didn't know if it was a bomb or what it was, and they told everybody not to move, and it was so scary. And then we ended up in Nova Scotia. We got to, I forgot what it's called. But Come From Away ended up being based on that whole scenario. But we went there and had to stay the night because they couldn't even get another plane because all the planes were everywhere from 9/11.
Right.
And we ended up having to stay in this hotel with like too many people that should have been there because there were still 9/11 people left there because this was literally one of the first flights out. So that was really crazy for me, is being so scared on this plane, having turned around and ended up in the middle of nowhere, Nova Scotia.
That is scary.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was
at
really
least
scary, but
like
it was kind of fun.
everything
We
was
all kind of
okay.
bonded, so it was kind of fun.
Yeah, exactly. It's like when we were on that plane on the tarmac for 4 hours, we actually had a really good time.
And you got really drunk. Did you?
No, I didn't get too drunk, no.
Huh.
I don't like getting drunk on planes.
Huh. Yeah, that doesn't even sound healthy.
It's not fun. It's really not fun.
Okay, ready? Next question. Showstopper 474 asks, I'd love to hear about your fitness routine. Well, that's over to you, Gabi.
Okay, wait. Let me stop laughing. There is no fitness routine, okay? I get in my pool maybe anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes a day and paddle around for my mental health.
Oh, I didn't know you. You know, Risa does that every day.
I do it every day to help me, and that's it. I haven't lifted a weight or run or done anything like that in probably 20 years. So that's my routine.
Yeah, Risa does that every day therapeutically, not even for the
it's for my brain
of it. Well, I used to spin until I got a torn meniscus, and but I do manage. This isn't really, well, I think it's a routine. I make myself walk my 10,000 steps a day.
Oh, that's very good.
If I'm going to bed and I see I'm at 7,000, it is what it is. I'm not going to go try and figure out another 3,000. But if I'm going to bed and it's 9,200, I'll walk and walk and walk around the house until it's 10,000.
That totally makes sense. I have to say, having that on the phone where you can see your steps is quite helpful. I do look at that. I do try to see if my steps are, not at 400. You know what I'm saying? But I don't go out of my way to get to 10, but I do kind of look at it.
Yeah.
And I do look at the
every
calorie
little bit helps,
counting.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I used to do a lot of yoga. So every now and then, before I go to bed, I'll maybe do some yoga stretches or something like that. But in terms of, is there a routine? Am I going to the gym? The answer is no.
You do have a routine because you go in the pool.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, next, let's paint. I know I'm screwing all these up. Let's paint asks, if you could, this is hard, if you could forget any piece of media and re-experience it for the first time, what would it be? Like a book or a movie or anything?
I would say it would be books, simply because I can remember the first book I ever checked out of the library, Sad Mrs. Sadsack, and how exciting it was to get it and to take it home. So to relive that excitement would be great. And my mother used to take us to the library. We were allowed to check out however many books we wanted. So if you said I could relive that, I'd be okay with it.
Oh, that's really cool. That was way too hard for me, that question. I can't think of anything.
Well, you can pass. It's a test. You can't fail. So you're allowed to pass on the question.
I pass. Good question, but just a little too hard for me. Okay, the next one. Elaine 15 asks, things on your bucket list that you've completed versus things you haven't. We've often talked about bucket lists.
We've often talked about that. I'm kind of brain dead today, to be honest, to think about that. I think we all know I ranted on for a year about my trip to Paris, and I recently went to England. That's always like an ongoing bucket list. I'm going to have to pass on this one simply because I don't have anything new to add. If I had something new to tell you, I would.
Going on safari was always a big bucket list of mine, and I've done that. But I haven't gone trekking with the gorillas. And with a torn meniscus, it's pretty hard to do. Because we were going to do it last time we went to Africa. And we couldn't because there's no way I could have walked that. So that's still on a bucket list. I don't know if I'm ever going to have nice knees again. So I don't know if I'll ever really do that. But that's a huge bucket list of mine, is to just be able to be that close to a gorilla.
That's cool. Well, I hope you get to do it.
Me too. But I can't complain because I have completed a few things on my bucket list. I have. Charlie Ness Styles asks, how did you come up with the name of your podcast? I don't know. It just kind of made sense.
Yeah, it all came together.
Because of Gabi again. No, I just think, because that's what it is. I'm kind of gabbing with friends. Sometimes my girlfriends are guys, but I think that just, I love the whole chit chat concept. Like I love that. Just kind of randomly talking is just, right. I think probably what gabbing even means, or close enough. And that's just, yeah, that's me. Gabbing away with Gabi.
Gabbing away.
Okay, next. Taxi Mom 00 Siga asks, how many cats do you need before you are officially a crazy cat lady or man asking for a friend?
I would say 0 to 100, because you can be crazy for cats no matter how many you have. I just don't think that the crazy cat lady thing is even real. I mean, it's always seen as a negative thing, and I don't think being crazy for cats is negative at all.
Oh no, I don't think it's a negative thing. I know people say it with kind of that negative tone.
Yeah.
But I would be proud to be a crazy cat lady with one cat.
Me too.
But I guess if you lived all on your own and had 8 cats, maybe somebody would deem you a crazy cat lady. Not I, that's for sure.
Not me. Maybe your neighbors, but not me.
I would deem you my hero.
Exactly.
So, yeah. So you could tell your friend that there's
tell
no
your
such
friend
thing.
You're all right.
Yeah. Keep getting them. The more the merrier. Because the truth is, after you have 2, doesn't matter. Just a few more mouths to feed, a couple more litter boxes in the house, and who cares? Because they're so independent. It's not like having 8 dogs. Exactly. That's work. 8 cats, piece of cake.
Right. 8 dogs. That's at least 10 Frisbees.
Yeah. Way too hard. 1 dog these days is too hard for me. Okay. Angie asks, favorite holiday tradition? Multiple people have asked the same question, funnily enough.
Well,
I already know your answer. Finding your glass baubles.
Yeah. Glass balls, everyone. Glass balls.
So if that's not it, what is?
Having some sort of pasta on Christmas Eve, and or hors d'oeuvres and wine, and then opening presents, and then Christmas morning.
Opening Christmas Eve.
And then Christmas Day is opening stockings. And I make toad in the hole. With vegan sausages, though, I make toad in the hole.
But did you used to make them with non-vegan sausages before you were vegan?
To be honest, I don't remember, because I've been making it that way for so long. I don't like sausage. So.
Do they say toad in the hole in America, or is that English?
It's English. I don't know that. I mean, I don't think that toad
pigs
in
a blanket, I think they say here.
Oh, but that's different. Pigs in a blanket is the little sausages that you wrap in the dough and you bake them, and then you put them on a stick and you dip them in mustard. Whereas toad in the hole is like sausage in the pan, and then you pour the dough over it, like Yorkshire pudding dough, basically, and it rises up, and then the sausages are inside the dough, and then you eat it with mustard, the English mustard. It's good.
Well, my holiday tradition is probably, I guess it depends on which holiday, but
yeah.
I kind of celebrate everything. So it's really hard for me to have a specific tradition. But I guess being with family, does that count as a tradition?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Because you might have a tradition where you avoid your family and go out of town every year to,
That's an interesting tradition.
a chalet in Switzerland or something. You know what I mean? Like, hey, it's
Yeah.
Christmas. I'm getting out of town. Don't want to see them. That could be your tradition if you
That's
wanted it to
interesting.
be. Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'll try that sometime.
Yeah.
Okay. Kmart Kellen asks, what do you do when you're feeling sad?
Well, I try to put a time limit on it. In other words, if I'm sad or angry, any emotion really that's bringing me down, I try to put a time limit on it.
I know you do that when you're angry, don't you?
Yeah, like I'm going to give myself 10 minutes or a half an hour, whatever it is. And then after that, I'm going to find something that makes me happy. It might be that, okay, you're going to go out and water your plants or just do something to step away from being sad. I think getting over sadness might be harder for me than getting over anger. So it might be harder for me to get past that. But you have to try to find something to bring yourself out of it,
Well, for me, I would really like to say that I find an activity to take my mind off whatever it is that's making me sad, but I'd totally be lying if I said that because I'm obsessive. So if something's making me sad, I can't stop thinking about it. The same as if something's making me mad, I can't stop thinking about it. If something's making me happy, I've already forgotten about it. So I just dwell. I'm like so nuts that I just can't stop. So I think that if I were to do anything to make me feel less sad, as much as I hate to admit it, I think mine's food. I think I eat through sadness. So
it's fair. That's fair. I mean,
people drink through sadness.
Yeah, some people drink through it or smoke through it or do drugs through it, right?
No,
So
I just
it's
grab
fair.
the sugar. Well, I eat anything.
I try to find something, like you said, to take my mind off of it. That's a positive thing. Like, watering my plants, pulling some weeds, making myself some tea, like something to get my mind like out of that space. But it's hard because you have to make an actual like physical effort to get out of it.
You can play Rummy Cube.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, I'm going to send you a link so you can play it on your phone, so you can practice, so you can become really good, so you can play with me in person.
Okay, got it.
Sad. That's kind of my thing.
I might watch a soap opera or something too, something to lift me up. Some soap operas make me
You
happy.
love your soaps.
I fucking love a soap.
Texting you in England while you're watching Coronation Street.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Cute.
I love this. I just
or Emmerdale.
love
What were you
soap
watching? Emmerdale.
Emmerdale. When you texted me, I was watching Emmerdale.
Same thing though, right?
Same thing. I love soap operas. They do lift me out of sadness.
So this is a good This is a good following question to the last question. Who is you? G-Sun asks, who is your favorite comedian?
Oh my gosh. Well, I have more than one, but I can tell you. Okay. One is Chris Rock. Saw him.
But that's mine.
Okay. Two. I mean, these aren't in order. When I say one, two, whatever, yeah, not in order. And also Ricky Gervais really cracks me up. Every show he does, whether it's his stand-up or his scripted shows, I love them. And then for women, there are some great women comedians out there, but right now my new discovery for me is Bridget Everett, and I know she has a TV show on that I have not watched. I'm talking about her, like her cabaret, her stand-up show is like a cabaret show, and it is so funny. I can't remember whether we watched it on Netflix or
What's her name? I'm going to write it down.
Her name is Bridget Everett. She's so funny that I laughed so hard that I might have wet myself. I laughed so hard. She's really hilarious. She's 6 feet tall, blonde. She is a trained singer. So that's why she does like a cabaret show. She does these, she talks, her delivery is brilliant. But then she'll break into song. And I mean, these songs are raunchy and hilarious.
I've got to find her.
I'm telling you, I saw her on a talk show. I saw her on Watch What Happens Live a couple of times. And then I went, wait a minute, she's pretty funny. I Googled her and I saw she has a show, but I wasn't really interested in seeing the scripted show. I wanted to see like what her stand-up is. And so she has a show. It's her cabaret. We watched it, and I mean, we were literally howling, laughing out loud. She is so funny, and I can't believe
she's
that.
American.
She's from New York. I know she lives in New York. I don't remember where she's originally from, but she is hilarious. Hilarious. She's just, I mean, she uses her breasts as props, literally, because she's got giant boobs. I mean, we use them for various things. But in her case, I mean, she's a genius, man. She is hilarious. Gloria, it's all I can do, not to just cry laughing thinking about it right now. But anyway, those are just three.
I wrote it down. I'm going to find her tonight.
Yeah, those are just three. And like I said, I haven't watched her scripted show, but her stand-up that I saw was just right on.
I love Chris Rock. I love Ricky Gervais. And I only just recently discovered that, do you know who Donald Glover is? He's an actor.
Yeah.
And I think he's in a show called Atlanta, I think. And I really never knew him as an actor. I know him as a singer, because his singing name is Childish Gambino. And,
okay.
And it's kind of rappy. And I love, love, love him. And then I went to the BAFTAs once, and I saw him present, what's the Fleabag woman's name? Phoebe.
Oh, Phoebe. Yeah. Fleabag. That was a great show. We loved that too. I can't think of her last name.
Phoebe
Wallington or Waller. Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Or some, yeah.
We're not doing it right.
We're not doing it right, but we're close.
He presented the award to her. He was hysterical. So I Googled him and started and watched some of his stand-up. So funny. So funny. You should check him out.
I definitely will. See, that's like the thing that the Bridget Everett thing, she's promoting her show, and I'm like, I didn't realize, like you, until I Googled that she was actually doing this other stand-up stuff first. I mean, she's funny as hell.
I love that.
Yeah, so I'll check that out. I didn't know that he was a comedian, Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
That's
Isn't
it.
that
You did
name?
it. Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah, well done. I know, I want a Fleabag 3.
I keep waiting for more Fleabag. I loved that show.
She's way over that now, I think.
I know, but I'm not.
I know. Huh. We should do our own. We should write our own. We'd probably make that one look G-rated, so maybe not.
Fleabags.
Yeah.
Fleabags.
Well, so that's all I have today, because it might be time to get on the couch here.
Yeah, I'm going to take my top off and then possibly get in the pool.
Not in your pajamas, though.
No, I'm going to take it all off. I'm going to take it all off and get a suit on.
Well, I'm actually going to go to the grocery store, and I'm going to get myself some good snacks to get on the couch and find this, whatever her name was. I did write it down. And I'm going to find Bridget, whatever it was, and I'm going to watch her. That's my night.
All right. Well, have fun with that. I'm going to make a snack and watch some soap operas.
Well, thank you for gabbing with me, Gabi. Gabi again.
Likewise. Thanks for having me. I enjoy gabbing with you.
Thanks. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks so much for tuning in today, and be sure to follow Gabbing with Girlfriends on here so you never miss an episode. You can also find us on social media for more fun and in-depth conversations. Thank you.